top of the day to you out there. I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Ini TV. We are global and social commentators. We'll ask you, if it's the first time you're coming across this channel, to please subscribe. And after you subscribe, just press the notification bell button so that each time we upload video just like this, it comes directly to you. And for our returning subscribers, we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you, but I love you most. The case have just started. Remember, we told you, Ini TV is for Peter Gregory Obi. Ini TV is for the Labour Party. Ini TV is for Baba Dati Ahmed. Ini TV is for the obedient movement. And here we are Obi-centric, as Kenneth Okonkwo will say. Where this week we saw a situation where Labour Party brought a lot of evidence to court. That Labour Party brought a lorry load of evidence to court. And people were wondering. Even the oppositions, the judges, were surprised. And you know what? If you've seen that video, how they brought a lot of evidence to court, it might interest you to know that it's only 6 states that was brought to court. These are Bayelsa, Rivers, Kogi, Niger, Adamawa, and Edo State. 6 states only. Remember, they have to come with the local governments too. Like River State, it was with 6 or 7 local governments. The same thing with other states. So what is Labour trying to do? Remember, Labour said they won 18 states. 18 states, that's what they said they won. And they were only assigned 12 states. So it means if you remove 12 from 18, you have 6 states. My question is, these 6 states that Labour has just brought to court, is it the 6 states that was left that INEC did not mention? Anyway, we will discover as the court proceedings go on. With time, we will get to know. And that is why we are making this video, updating you on what is going on and giving our own opinion too. A lot of people have said, why would Labour Party gather so much material? It might interest you to know that our constitution is a little bit, I won't say it's biased, but it favors INEC. Whatever INEC says, the constitution is backing it. And that is why Labour insists that he needed those documents from INEC, knowing fully well that any material from INEC is backed by the constitution. And INEC is aware of this. And that is why INEC is refusing constitution. But INEC did not know that Labour is so smart. Labour is so smart. They start gathering those documents from the polling units. Gather from the polling unit, then went to the ward level too. Gather from the ward level and went to the local government level. So you are aware that INEC only wanted to give them those documents on ward level. But the truth of the matter is, it is the collection of the polling units that will give you the ward coalitions. So if I can get all the local governments, all the polling units, it means I will know what is happening in the wards. If I get all the wards, then I will know what is happening in the local governments. And if I can show to the court that 6 or 7 local governments gave me the victory, that is what the senior advocate of Labour Party is trying to do. INEC was caught. It will interest you to know that we have the AC8 form. INEC have the AC8 form. And they also have the EC2, EC20 form. This is the total. At the end of this form, you get the total number at the bottom. So, as a coalition officer, it is the total or the total at the bottom that is important. And that is why they did a lot of cancellation. They did a lot of cancellation with Tipex, with green pen, blue pen, with eraser. They did a lot of cancellation because it is this form that the party officials or representative and the polling units will sign. So these are the forms that they are asked by the court to bring, and they don't want to bring it. So what Labour is doing is that I will try as much as possible to go from the very beginning to begin to calculate the number of votes. And that way, I will be able to get what you have. And if you say that why I'm wrong, then you should bring what you have out. Because what we are using to calculate it is even from INEC. So it got to a stage that INEC has contradicted itself. INEC, if we want to use the word, is fighting against INEC in court. Because the documents that this party have, even PDP also have some of these documents. So it's like all the parties, political parties, are saying the same thing. This document came from you. How can you say it is wrong? INEC is saying it is wrong because knowing fully well that their trick has been revealed. I want to let you guys know really why Labour Party has to go through all this stress. Labour Party need to have 4 things to prove to the courts. The first thing is Labour Party need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that INEC did not comply with its own rules, did not obey its own law, did not follow its own guideline, deviate from the norms of election. Labour Party have to prove. That is the what they need to prove. And to prove this, they need a lot of documents. And it might interest you to know that next week, that's the beginning of this week, the evidence, people's evidence, that's what we target. Not just the document of a thing. Now it will be individuals that will be coming out to speak. That was what we'll have this week. So number 2, Labour has to prove that this non-compliance of the laws or deviating from the norms has affected significantly the election, impact that negatively on the election. That is what Labour Party need to prove for number 2. Then number 3, how many votes was lost due to these malpractices? How many numbers of votes that was lost because of these malpractices by INEC? It has to be substantial number, because INEC could well come out and say, fine, we made some few mistakes, but it was not enough to change the outcome of the election. So that is why Labour have to really prove that yes, it's so much. Imagine, for the first time, they've come out with 6 states. If we have 36 states and 6 states alone have issues, then you will know that it is significant enough to alter an election where the number 1 and number 2, the differences were just 2 million, about 2 million. So number 4 is that those votes that we are talking about, that they have consciously taken away from Labour, when it is added to Labour, Labour will be declared the winner. Labour will be declared the winner. I want you guys to know that with the evidence, the 25% in Abuja, the nomination of Shettima, double nomination, with the alleged drug issue, is enough to say, let's go for a rerun or let's go for a re-election. But Labour don't want that. Labour want a situation where they will go for the best, and that will be the court will come out and declare Labour as the winner of the 2023 presidential election. So today I am telling you confidently, except the president-elect or president Bola Ahmed Tinubu changes all the judges, change the constitution, and change those practitioners that have come as evidence for Labour and PDP. Except he does that, we are sure of victory for Labour Party. At worst, a rerun. At worst, a rerun. And at best, Peter Obi will be declared as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Just a quick one here. Somebody called me yesterday. He's a friend of mine. He's a lecturer. He said a student in his final year did a good project. And the project was just so good. He was so impressed as the lecturer. He was so impressed with the project of this student. And he called the student and interviewed him. The project has to do with how to create 10,000 jobs in each state of the federation. How to create 10,000 jobs in each state. You know, we have 36 states. So, how the government could create 360,000 jobs was what this guy did. As a lecturer, he called the guy, interviewed him, and the guy spoke so well. He asked him some questions. And the guy, like I said before, explained everything. So he now asked the guy, would you want to publish this your project is good? Wouldn't you want to publicize it so the government will get to know? And this is a fine way of the government taking what you have recommended in this project so that at the end of the day, job would be provided through NYSC. He said this student told him, say, yes, I want to do it, but not under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I will wait until Peter Obi becomes the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Then I will present the project to Labour and to the public. The reason why I'm making this video, or why I said this, was because a lot of people are waiting for Peter Obi to come in and to give him a happy hand. That is why I believe, no matter what, Peter Obi cannot fail, because a lot of people are ready to give him a happy hand. And Peter Obi is a man who has said it, that he's ready to learn. Just look at Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The first decision he made brought us hardship when he said that the subsidy is gone. Fine. A lot of people have wanted the subsidy to go. But before you take the subsidy away, you have to put something in place. That was what Peter Obi was saying. He will take this subsidy away because it's a scam. It's a way of the elite corruption. So, but he will put something alternatively before taking subsidy away. Bola Ahmed Tinubu just took a decision without even he has not even formed his cabinet. He has not even called his CBN, the Minister of Labor, of Commerce, then Economy, call them together and begin to find out what they should do. He just went straight ahead. And for the past 4 days, Nigerians are passing through here. Nigerians are passing through here. No fuel. The transportation, the fare has gone up. And we are sure prices of things will go up, and that will lead to inflation. Just one day, I hope we don't get a repeat of the video I made that I titled 1 Week, 1 Trouble. So if it's the first time you're coming across this channel, this is Ini TV. We are global and social commentators. We'll ask you to please subscribe to this channel. All we preach here is Peter Gregory Obi. All we do here is for the good governance. All we do here is for the new Nigeria that is to be formed. And we also ask you to like and comment. Remember, your comment is very important because nobody knows it all alone. Life is like a two-way traffic. You give and sometimes you take. And for our returning subscribers, we say thank you. We'll say thank you, thank you, thank you. And as it is the culture here, we'll catch you when we make the next video. Until then, we'll say choose, ciao, adios, au revoir, hasta la vista. Thank you.